So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night.
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, one of the hosts known as Vivek Mohbani, and the other person is...
I am Mohammed Bagdi.
Yay, you can find us online. I'm going to let you guess this one. Who's it going to be? We're not going to say whose handle it is, okay?
Yeah,
One
okay.
of us, the handle is Funny Vivek.
Ooh,
All right.
tricky.
Now, I don't know, man. You know, sometimes when people see us, they're like, oh, which one's the other
Which
one?
one? Who's hairier?
Yeah, right. It depends what time of the day. And the other one, if you found what Funny Vivek is, by law of deduction, you will
Yeah.
know what the other person is. And your handle is?
The other Mohammed.
Ah,
How
look
about
at that.
you just follow both and see what
Yeah.
happens?
And then see which one you can keep track and be like,
Yeah.
and it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
So for this whole week,
Yeah.
just keep going to these two pages all the time, liking posts and everything.
Yeah, okay.
And then that way, by the next episode of Ho Hong Kong, you're very sure, first of all, who we're referring to,
Right.
whose voice is which one.
And
which
also, one of us is more active than the other.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
We won't say who's who.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So then that way you can play a little game that the next episode when you listen, you're like, that must be the Funny Vivek guy. Oh, that must be the other Mohammed guy. Mohammed guy.
It's Mohammed, for God's sake.
Mohammed, I can't do it. I give up, man. Oh, we're trying to entertain ourselves with our own names.
Yeah.
Oh, we've come down to that.
I'd like to give a shout out to a couple of people. So first of all, we have Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is basically a tip jar where you can throw $5 or whatever you want to buy, you want to throw in there, and we take it and buy some coffee. I have my coffee from Barista by Givray.
Mohammed. That's how you pronounce it, Mohammed.
We had a few people give us some coffees. Very nice. We have 10 coffees.
Wow.
From William A. Taysom.
Hey.
He also left us a note that says, and a tip, don't peel a kiwi. Cut it in half and spoon out.
Wait, hold on. Don't peel a kiwi. Okay, cut it in half and spoon it out. Oh.
So we were talking about how annoying eating
Yeah.
kiwi is and peeling off the skin.
Hey,
so
that's-
he basically like treated it like an avocado, basically.
Yeah, avocado or like its own little cup. Oh, look at
Yeah.
this nature's utensils.
Yeah, life hack.
Yeah.
Thanks, William. That's actually really
That's
useful.
pretty good,
And
yeah.
I can't believe both of us don't know that.
Because we both see a knife where like we cut it in half, we can get arrested.
Yeah,
So-
dude, I did. You know when you try to peel off the skin and
Yeah.
then you have too much in the skin.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
like
and you
you're
feel very wasted, right? Yeah, and then I'm like, it's biodegradable. It's all right. You know, I'm not killing the environment that bad.
We have 2 more coffees from Antoine Dahan. Thank you so much, Antoine.
Yeah.
Antoine said, awesome show. They invite really interesting guests to interview and still great listen every week with just, wait for it, Vilik and Mohammed. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not.
So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that was not your autocorrect being racist.
No. It's Vileek, so Vilik, and I am Muhammad. Oh, actually, mine is better. Muhammad. I'm Muhammad. Yeah, so mine is okay.
Well, that's called think typing, as in that you type what you think.
Yeah.
So that's really how he says the name.
Funny Vilik.
Funny Velika. You know what's gonna suck though? Is that whoever's Funny Velika is gonna get like 10 new followers.
right.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You're writing on my thing. So right now Mo is enjoying that one of the Buy Me a Coffee things. So Mo, can you let everyone have a taste of what you sound like when you sip in your coffee?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's going to be so weird.
Ah.
I don't think
I
that
heard
picked
a
up
little
any-
bit. I heard a
wait,
little bit.
because it has like the
Oh, it
lid.
has a cover. Ah,
Yeah,
you see
wait.
what's happening over here. Mohammed is in denial. He doesn't want to see the coffee. He's like, don't show your face to me.
All right,
All right, here we
try
go.
again.
All right. Oh, he's doing the Mohammed
Yeah,
with
there
his
you go.
coffee. He's like-
This is with your money and buymeacoffee.com/HoHoPod. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for all the support. Let's get
you.
into it.
Ah.
Wait, okay, so since last week we recorded,
Yes.
nothing much happened.
Well, pretty much nothing much in Hong Kong happened.
Yeah, in Hong Kong, which
Yeah.
is probably a good thing.
It's a good thing. The numbers going down. We hit
Numbers are
below
going down.
10,000. Congratulations to us.
Here's something, and I hope I don't throw people under the bus with this, but I noticed that for the last couple, we're recording on Sunday as usual, and I noticed for the last 2 nights, some restaurants are open past 6 p.m. Like some bars, like full on.
Really? People
Yeah.
are inside and stuff?
People are inside. Most bars closed, but there are a couple of bars on street level, Queens Road West, that are just open. And I was so curious to go and like, because even if it's like a private party,
Yeah,
it
how?
looks so open.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm guessing somehow the lawyer, when they made up the contract, you know, like in contract they have that, you know, this abides by the laws of the Hong Kong SDR government
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
They probably slipped in like, this abides by Australia. And they're like, not Hong Kong, Australia.
Yeah,
Right? So they're probably like,
What are the names of these? There are people in like the US who are like countryless or whatever, and they go like stand on like, you know, in the desert, like this is my
Yeah.
own country.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they use the US Constitution
Yeah.
to actually find like loopholes and go like, I am the Republic of whatever.
Yeah, I think at this point, everyone's just going like, you know what? I'm going with any other law, any other law than whatever the rules
Yeah.
are over here. Wow. Okay, but I mean, were you sure that it was past 6 o'clock, or were you just really bad at telling time?
No, it was like past, like one of them, I saw two places.
Yeah.
One was at around 8 p.m. and one was like 9:30. It was wild.
What?
I thought it was very strange.
Oh, I
Only
don't
two
know.
places, but still.
Yeah, but still.
Street level on Queens Road West, that's not.
That's
And my
hardcore.
friends, I don't really go out anymore, but my friends who go out said that also the police were kind of hands off on Peel Street and Soho.
Yeah.
Over the last weekend, which is
Ah.
probably a good sign.
Maybe because the chief executive said that the level of tolerance of the financial
Yeah.
industry is going down. They're like, oh, we better let them have party.
Yeah.
that might be it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, because like places are closing,
Yeah.
like left and right.
Oh, yeah.
And you're still like, I was catching up with a friend who has a restaurant as well, and he said like the subsidy that the government gave him paid the staff's salary for 1 month.
Whoa,
That's
okay,
it.
yeah. And then after that, the government's like,
Didn't
well,
cover the rent even,
yeah.
just the staff salary for 1
Oh,
month.
and rent is where it kills you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, wait, Fitness First is gone, right? They became Close Down First as well. Oh man. So first of all, whoever had a membership there, I'm sorry for making that joke. I know you're probably not laughing. You're probably like, it's funny because you're not a member there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
you're a pure guy, aren't you?
yeah, I'm pure when it comes to my choice of membership. I like the ones that stay open. No, but that's the thing. Like something like as big as that is gone. Then already
Yeah.
that means that okay, everyone whoever's on
Yeah,
the
there's
edge.
how many branches? There's so many here.
I think 9 or something.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so the fact that something as big as that is gone, then you as a smaller enterprise would be like, oh, hey, if they're not surviving, dude,
Yeah.
I'm in hell
I'm
now.
screwed, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the feelings. At the end of the day, the problem is some things you just can't replace online. As many online classes you do, or as
No,
many
no.
online exercise group
Yeah.
things you do, you're still gonna go to Central and go somewhere. You like, for example, near Lan Kwai Fon, that park over there, that sitting area.
Yeah.
Every day,
Yeah.
packed with trainers.
Yeah.
I'm like, people, what was the point of this?
Yeah,
You know, we're
exactly.
still working out.
Yeah, we're still working out
Yeah.
because you can't prevent people from like just like at least stretching their bodies and like
Exactly.
because you were gonna have a health crisis otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna just have fat Americans.
Yeah, I mean,
but but in Hong Kong.
exactly, right? And that's probably why they're staying out after 6 p.m. in that store. They're like,
Yeah.
we're American now. I can't fit in my clothes. Dude, I have not exercised so much that when I walk up and down my own flat,
Yeah.
I get exhausted.
Yeah, I know.
I really hit that point. Like I was actually yesterday because I had all this equipment out because I had to do some filming stuff. Right, I finished that and I was packing stuff up and one by one, putting it in my storeroom and everything.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just sat on my bed. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah. That
I
was
am
an
tired.
intense workout.
I'm like, what the hell, man? That was 15 minutes of HIIT. What's going on over
Yeah.
here, man? Yeah, so I believe that it's gonna
Yeah,
get
you
worse.
lose. Yeah, you lose kind of like your stamina to to
Just
do
keep going.
intense
Yeah, your endurance.
physical
and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
Endurance.
like the anti-gravity movements that you're doing. You know, of taking this from the ground to the little shelf.
I've
that you
always
have.
believed that I'm like a big fat guy who doesn't have the stamina or like the potential
Yeah.
or the money to actually achieve my dreams. So now I feel like the government is helping me.
They're
Because
making
I
it-
spend days sometimes now in these days, like I work from home.
Yeah.
And at night I just watch Netflix for 6 hours.
terrible, man,
And
yeah.
then eat like pistachios. It's awesome.
Ah.
I know I'm not that bad to like eat like actual garbage food.
Yeah.
Like my snacks are like kind of healthy. Like,
Okay, define kinda.
well,
Like,
pistachios and like nuts.
well, they're high
usually.
in fats as well. I mean,
Oh,
if you
are
wanna
they?
really- well, that's what I've heard.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, but okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, like at least they're
you
not.
know, I'm comparing it to like chocolates and like fucking McDonald's.
Hey, I eat chocolate. Fuck you, man. Look at me. I'm walking up and down my house running out of air.
All right, if the chocolate's from Conspiracy Chocolate, I forgive you.
Yeah, well, actually, I switched back to my old one just because I was too lazy to order online.
Right.
And I had some left over. I'm like, I must have some of that. But I'll probably go back to Conspiracy
Actually,
Chocolate
I got in
soon
touch
enough.
with them. A little bit of announcement here. They want to come back and do the spicy challenge.
Really?
Spicy chocolate challenge.
Oh, dude, let's
which
do it.
we're setting up. Yeah, now we're setting up. Now we're just trying to find some victims. And once we get that, so we want to have like 2 or 3 people and
Yeah.
some space, obviously. And once we get that set up, it's probably going to be on the Patreon, to be honest.
Yeah.
With you, but I think it's worth it.
I'll get the videos and everything sorted out for
Yeah,
that. Like, you don't
and
have to
speaking
handle
of Patreon, patreon.com/ahopod, we have bonus episodes every single week. And we have, a big community that supports us. Thank you so much for all the support, everyone on Patreon. You're awesome.
Yeah. You know what else is awesome? I found this new show on Netflix. I
Oh, yeah?
highly recommend. Okay. So have you ever dreamed of being that grumpy old man?
I am that now.
You are, but have you dreamed of like I actually find joy in that. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
look
yeah.
forward to the day me actually being the old man. Because now
Yeah.
I'm just a grumpy guy.
Right.
But when I'm actually older, like it's this grumpy old man, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, nothing is better than having two grumpy old men having banter back and forth.
Oh,
right. And when
yeah.
young people are like, oh, that's how they talk back in the day. You
Yeah.
know? And so this show on Netflix called The Kominsky Method. Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
And some other like it is extremely
It's a show, like a TV show.
Yeah,
a
TV series.
Huh.
Kominsky Method. It's about this Sandy Kominsky guy who's an acting coach and stuff like that, and like basically two old grumpy men. It is so good.
That's right up my alley.
It is so good, dude. Like
Nice.
I watched it, and I'm like, I have to tell people to watch this. This is
Yeah.
ridiculously good. This is like equivalent of quality writing as Afterlife, okay, but without the sadness. This is just like funny.
Huh.
But
okay.
it's not your comedy. Not you're like, hey,
Yeah.
so Mary, what did you do today? It's not that. It's like
so without like the deep darkness of
Yes.
Afterlife.
Yes.
Oh, but still equally
witty,
funny.
kind of smart
okay.
writing. I
I'll
was
check
like,
it out.
this is pretty good, man.
Nice.
You know, yeah, and like it's well done, and the whole thing is nice. It's just
Yeah.
like old men talking about being two grumpy old men. I highly recommend it. So if you have a Netflix account, go check it out. If you don't, ask a friend, make a friend who does have an account.
Apparently, Netflix is gonna change that.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, the password
I know.
sharing
and
thing.
then immediately me and my other friend who I maybe share an account with. We were like, dude, we're in trouble. Who's gonna keep the account? I'm like, I don't know, man. This is an awkward one.
Yeah.
It's like basically like divorced parents. Like
Yeah.
who's keeping the kid? It's like, oh shit, man.
To be fair, and people who know me well know that I'm like not a huge fan of like corporates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But lowest category of Netflix is like 50 Hong Kong dollars a month.
Yeah.
You can afford it.
No, buy me a Netflix. Buy me a Netflix.
You can take 2 of your copies of
Yeah.
buymeacoffee.com/ohopod and pay for your Netflix account.
I can't pour the coffee on my monitor and be like, take that, Netflix. Take that.
No, your masala chai latte.
Oh yeah. No, see the problem is this though. I don't really have a problem with having my own Netflix account, $50, whatever, that other stuff. The problem is it's not going to transfer my watched shows.
Ah,
You see,
that
it's
is
not gonna
annoying.
recommend me
your
the right
algorithm is not gonna
Right,
get
and this is the algorithm I've built up over years.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it's seen me grow as a person. Mo. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was like, oh, let me just watch straight stand up, learn about the best. Right.
Yeah.
Now where I'm like, I don't want to watch stand up because I can't do it anymore. Right. And it can feel me. It's giving
Yeah.
me like see. Acting coaches, it's trying to tell me something.
Yeah, it's like-
you're getting
yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Old grumpy men. You can act.
Safer
acting
career.
coach.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. And
Nice.
then like it's giving me stuff like, is this cake? Oh, that's another one you got to watch. Dude.
Oh, I saw the trailer and I thought it's like, I thought it's too. Yeah, sure. We talked about dumb shows and I thought it's one of those.
Dude, I
Two
saw the
dumb
trailer.
shows. Yeah.
I was like, there's no way in hell
Yeah.
that I'm gonna enjoy this.
Also,
and it was like,
it's like it seems like it's a show that will be like 10 minutes. Like, how are they
right?
making
They just
a
dragged
whole
it out.
series out
okay,
of it?
so this is the whole process. Okay, I
Yeah.
saw it was like top 10 Hong Kong. I'm like, are
Yeah.
you serious? We are that desperate. We're watching. Is this cake?
It's a meme, isn't it? Like it's based on a meme, basically.
Maybe yeah. It's like, this item is a cake. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it one episode. So
Yeah.
we're having dinner and everything. I was like, let's just watch one episode. Let's see how bad. It's like 40 minutes. I'm like, this is insane. All you're doing is showing me a piece of cake and
Yeah.
saying, is this cake? And you're
Yeah.
going, yes, it is. And
Right.
at the end, right?
Yeah.
I was like, all right. And then of course you got the whole drama, the whole like, oh, this is a real
So is it
item.
a competition?
It's it's a reality show. It's like
Yeah.
kind of like MasterChef,
Right.
But you're trying to make cakes that mimic real items.
Sure.
And then basically you have judges where they see 5 items and one
Yeah.
of them is actually cake.
Yeah.
And they have to, from a distance, obviously
Yeah.
not up close, be
Yeah.
like, is that cake or not? And
Yeah.
they're like, it is. And if you cut through it and it's cake, you lose, kind of a deal.
Okay.
And initially I'm like, this is so stupid. First
Right.
of all, let's take a step back. Why? And like I was trying to understand the mentality of someone who develops a skill to make cake look like real items.
Right, like
Okay.
shoes and whatever. Yeah.
Now, however, after seeing the show, I was like, first of all, that's a really good skill because you see the process. If you see the final product, you're like,
Yeah,
it's not that
right.
real.
Yeah.
Then you realize, wait a second, hold on a second. I'm learning a lot of stuff about cake now.
Yeah.
To the point that when I do go to cake shops and I look at it, I'm like, that is literally cake. I'm not impressed by
Right,
this.
right, yeah.
This is, no
Why
effort.
does this not look like a car?
Exactly. And now I can't eat cake anymore, which
Yeah.
again helps me with my tubbiness. You know? So is this cake is a show you definitely want to watch when your brain
So
is
you
dead?
did like it.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I liked it because now what happens is it becomes a party game. You and your
Right.
friends watch it,
Yeah.
and then you're like, "Oh, the cake, man! I don't know, it's number 2, I think it's number 4." And you're losing your mind. And then when you hit it, you're like, "What did I say?
Yeah.
What did I say, dude? I told you that was cake." It's like, "Oh yeah, like nobody cares, man." Yeah, so that's another
That's
show.
like going to a strip club in Thailand.
Yeah, exactly. Is this guy? Is this girl? You know? And you're trying to guess. You're like, I'm guessing.
I did that. That was like I never went to like everyone. You know, when you go to Thailand for the first time, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, go to like what do they call the ping pong shows or
Oh, yeah,
whatever."
yeah, yeah.
I've never even had like the curiosity. Like I kind of
Yeah.
knew the idea. I'm like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
I did go to like a betting bar, and that was really fun.
Oh,
that
what is
was
that?
literally like me and my friend. Like it's like the girls are lined up on stage.
Yeah. Oh, you
with,
bet
like-
which is guy, girl.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you bet money, and when you lose, they come and show you. By the way, Yeah, so you go
Wow.
like 23 girl.
Yeah.
and before people freak out and get offended, this is this is their business.
Yeah.
They're there by choice. I'm
Yeah.
just a tourist. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just a dumb
Fair
tourist
enough. Yeah,
going there
yeah,
to
yeah.
enjoy the show
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they
yeah.
put on.
Yeah, yeah.
Before everyone screams at me and cancels me. Okay,
Yeah.
so you just I'm following the rules.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
go there. You're like number 13. Woman, and they go and they show you, and
Yeah.
if you're wrong, you pay
lose
money,
your-
obviously,
Oh.
and then you buy rounds. It's actually a really fun show.
Yeah.
And it seems to me, maybe of course everyone's like, "Oh, they're miserable." I get it, but
Yeah.
it seems to me that they're having fun.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
contributing to the economy somehow.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that
To
they're
me,
like.
that sounds better than doing the ping pong show.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The poor ping pong balls, like give them a day of light, right? Now, what I'm gonna do if I ever get to travel and go to
Yeah.
those shows where it's the guessing game
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
you know what I'll do? I will trump the whole system. Where they're like, is it a girl or a guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, they.
Oh yeah. To be fair, that was like before
Oh, yeah?
before the pronouns took off.
Oh, really?
That was the
Oh,
good old.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny to say the good old days of 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
When you go, man, woman,
yeah,
they show
yeah.
you. End of the story.
No. I mean, I find that it's eventually going to evolve.
Yeah.
It's going to have like the trump card where you're like, is it gun? Is it woman?
Yeah.
And then the third option.
Yeah.
And this one's a double down option. You get paid
Oh
twice.
yeah. You have a whole list. It's
yeah.
kind of like the Canadian immigration list.
Exactly,
Of like
yeah.
37 pronouns.
Exactly, yeah. And you can go with that round. It's like, this is the big one where you
Yeah.
win like 10 times your money back.
Right. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Right? You can
That's
do that.
actually a good idea.
See, that's more progressive.
Maybe their business evolved by now.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We will never know unless we travel. Speaking of traveling,
Speaking
though,
of traveling,
hey.
yeah. So officially, today is the March 27th.
Yeah.
Officially from 1st of April.
Yes.
Quarantine, I think, from everywhere is 7 days. Coming
7 days
into Hong
hotel,
Kong.
7
Yeah.
days at home.
But at home is monitor, quote unquote,
Well,
which means you can kind of walk out.
Yeah, you have a mirror and you're like, I'm looking at myself.
Yeah.
You can kind of technically walk out and
Yeah.
So the other day I was talking to a friend, right? They're like, yeah, they're doing a lot of whole quarantine and everything. Yeah, it's weird because I don't think there's much of that. I'm like, why? They're like, yeah, because I don't see people. The wristbands
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
had
yeah.
before. It's
Yeah.
like, I haven't seen many people wear that. I'm
No,
like,
no.
That's because they're staying at home.
Yeah.
Why the hell are they on the streets?
Where
dude?
else? Yeah.
If they're on the streets, you should worry.
Yeah. Does he go to everyone's house and
He's
check?
an idiot. He's an idiot. Let it go.
But yeah, regardless of the next 7 days, even if
Yeah.
you stay at home, that's fine.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
me, at least, that's
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, it's
and
okay.
if you can go buy groceries and come back,
Yeah.
walk around the block. That's cool.
Just wear a hoodie.
Yeah.
Wear a mask.
We don't. Yeah.
Don't be brown.
Don't be brown. Don't sneeze on old people.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. Yeah, just avoid that.
But so that means 7 days quarantine, which is kind of was
Tempting, right?
tempting for
You're
us.
like, I could do
Do
that.
you remember traveling for tourism? Not even for shows. Do you remember traveling?
just for
yeah,
fun,
just to
right?
hang out.
Wow, man, I have not traveled just for fun I have probably like 8 years now.
Really?
Because I'm thinking about like the last time I traveled.
I know you said before, like every time you go, you kind of make a show. Like
Yeah.
it's always business for you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's like at least 8 or 9 years because okay, so 7 years ago I remember was me going to Melbourne for the first time to the comedy festival.
Yeah.
So before that, I think maybe 9 years ago was Singapore was my first time overseas performance.
Right.
So probably ever since then, whenever I did travel for fun or whatever, I would try to squeeze in a comedy show for some reason.
yeah, but
No.
it's still mainly.
Okay, I
you
mean
know.
in that case, no, because like
Or if you do a show and then like this is something I usually do, I put the show in the beginning.
Yeah.
And if it's
And
like
it's
a
just
cool
fun.
exotic country,
Yeah.
whatever, I just make a holiday out of it
So I
and
think
stay
this-
for like a week after.
So this is the thing for me is that usually, same with me. Like if I get booked for a show, I'll do the show and I'll stay behind for a few more
Yeah.
days. So those and the cruise ship gigs I did before, where I do one night and the rest of the nights I'm just like
oh yeah, I
enjoying.
want to talk about that.
Yeah, so
because
I've got
I've
some
never
of them.
done. Actually,
Really?
I've never been on a cruise ship.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's fun for once or twice. By the third
Paul
time,
Ogata told me, like, it's like Paul does that pretty much for a living.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's a professional.
Yeah.
So for him, he does, but he's like, at the same time, it's not really fun for him anymore.
Yeah,
To be on the ship.
Yeah.
He wants to do the gig and get out, but that's not how it
you
works.
Can't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with cruise ship gigs, this is the deal, right? So you have a few types of performances. One, you have the lounge performance where basically you perform every night at the lounge, like a live band.
Right,
You
right.
do like your 20, 30 minute set. Hey, everyone, how you doing? They have
But then
that.
people go in and out?
You get some of that. I mean, even in the theater shows, people go
Yeah.
in and out. You can't stop that. 'Cause
Right.
It's a free entry thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people come in, they want to
Yeah.
go, whatever, right? So then you get the live theater show, the big theater show, which is like around 1,000 seats. And
Damn.
you had like
1,000
one night.
seats on the cruise ship.
Yeah, dude.
To me, that's like, I can't even imagine that.
Right? That size, you're
And
like,
so-
why would
like
you have
when
it on?
when we did Jim Gaffigan in Shanghai?
Yeah.
That was a 1,000-seat theater. That's a huge
Dude,
theater.
I'm
Two
telling
levels.
you. Yeah, you'd have that.
What?
For these guys, some of them are 2 levels. Yeah, many of
Yeah.
them are 2 levels, and 1,000 seats. I've done those where, and then,
Wild.
so the idea is that every night they have a different performance in the theater.
Right.
And usually, if you get booked for those, the rule is 40 to 45 minutes. Again, this is basically the ones I got
Sure.
arranged for.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you can't go below 40 because you're holding onto the audience in
Yeah,
this group.
yeah.
Right? You can't go over 45 because they're not on the show, and they're trying to basically logistically get people to watch the show, go eat dinner, stuff like that.
Sure.
So with those ones, I always get booked for the theater shows. I don't
Yeah.
do the lounge ones just because I never got booked for those. And
Right.
so I could do 40, 45 minutes of clean family material. So
Yeah.
done. We'll book you for the big show.
Yeah.
So those are good because like if you're lucky, you get on the ship and you're doing the show the next night. If you get on the ship on that night and you do the show, that sucks because you haven't seen the audience.
Right.
And
so
you don't really know who
kinda
you're
like,
playing to.
Yeah, so when you do it the day before, when you get on the ship the day before, you kind of like understand the
Yeah,
demographic.
yeah.
That, how people, like their mood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's
you
better.
have that, right?
Yeah.
And then then maybe the next night you're doing the show. Now,
Yeah.
for me, initially when I first got on the first time, I was like, dude, put my show the last day.
Right.
Because if I bomb, I get out and I'm out, right?
Yeah.
Because-
That's what I'm worried about.
Dude.
It's like you bomb and then you see them on breakfast the next day.
Dude, and
it's so awkward.
right? And 1,000 people recognize you.
Yeah.
Now the cruise ship probably
Wait,
has, like,
how many people are there?
Some of them are the ones I've done. Like the biggest I think was 4,000 people. I think that I did that one,
That's
and then so that's
crazy.
like if you have 2 shows, then half the people have seen you.
Yeah,
So every
exactly.
2 people they're like, this guy sucks. You get that. So
damn it.
initially I thought, okay, do the show on the first night, get it out of the way and everything.
Mm.
But then now I'm like, wait a second, no, hold on, put it on the last night because I know my stuff anyway. And if it doesn't
so
work,
do you get to choose if you come
no,
here the
you
last
can't.
one?
They schedule because like what happened? The cruise director picks it. Like he
Yeah.
will see, or they will see. they will see
Yeah.
basically what they feel is the best flow. Like maybe because they will never
So there
stick
is like a magician, there is like a juggler. Or
yeah, they
whatever.
might have that. Yeah. So if it's let's say a magician, they won't stick magician and comedy 2 nights back to back
Right.
because you want something more visual and also language, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you want to have like maybe dancing is one night, then comedy is another night,
Yeah.
then maybe singing is the next night, then maybe orchestra or like
Sure.
a theater play,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I've seen stuff like Chicago and everything on cruise ships, but like
cool.
mini versions of the whole
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
obviously, right? So you
Yeah,
have
like
those.
Blue Man Group or something.
Yeah. I've Blue Man. It's never done Asia. Blue Man Group. At least the ones
Oh,
I've
they
been on.
came to Shanghai before, but maybe not
Maybe not
cruise
cruise ships.
ship.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they don't do
Yeah.
one-off shows. Cruise ships because it'll cost you way more because you're holding that person on the
Sure.
ship.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're paying them for every night technically.
Can you? I mean, technically, can you chopper them out of the if they're like big
Technically,
important
yeah.
act?
I mean, if Barbara Streisand gets on, they're like, yeah, we're chopping her out.
Yeah.
Like, Mariah Carey's not sitting there with you guys, right? Yeah. So
she's not excited about the breakfast the next day.
yeah, she's like, yeah, I could buy this whole ship
Yeah.
today. Yeah, I don't need to go to the breakfast and line
Yeah.
up at the buffet, But the cool thing of the cruise ships is that you get on and technically the idea is that you just do whatever the hell you want.
Ah.
So buffets, anything, just go nuts, eat anytime.
So
do
all the
whatever.
like the swings and the
Pretty much,
the water
yeah.
pool thing.
It's all
it's all
have fun.
fair game.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair game. Now
and you're getting paid.
and you're getting paid. So
Okay.
I'm basically a guest performer. So in other words, when I'm not performing, I'm a guest.
Yeah,
See what
yeah,
they did there? They put the 2 words in
Ah,
the
that's
same
cool.
title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I get to enjoy just like any other guest.
Yeah.
Now, initially I was like, cruise ships are cool. Yeah, right. So first night's awesome. Second night's awesome. And then you start seeing the small nuances. For example, they have a basketball court,
Right.
but you can't play. You know why?
Why?
Too much wind.
What?
The ball flies all over the place. Every ball's an air ball, man.
Also, the basketball court is not indoors.
It's not indoors. It's
Ah.
outdoors. And I'm like, who designed
If they
this?
have that much space, yeah.
Right?
just
Why
put
would
it
you?
indoors.
Yeah, cut my room to 500 people. Put a basketball
Yeah.
court next to it. Right?
Yeah.
So I remember that one time I was like playing. I'm like, oh, dude, let me see how my basketball skills are. Like,
Yeah.
phew. Oh, okay.
Does
yeah.
it just fly off into the ocean?
Because the ball's so light.
yeah.
No, but they have netting on the
Wow,
wall. Because
okay.
I'm sure they realize the ball's like flying away.
Just killing dolphins.
Exactly. Yeah. Poor turtles are like, why
Yeah.
do you have a Wilson ball around you? So you got that, and then every now and then you got like, let's say surfing. They got the wave pools.
Oh,
And they
the
got
fake
those-
ones.
Yeah, the fake
Yeah.
ones. You got some of those. So every ship usually has like one.
Is that like what is the biggest company? What is it called?
I did RCCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line.
Oh, Royal Caribbean.
I did
think
those,
that's
yeah.
a huge
Oh, maybe,
one.
yeah, maybe then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that one. There's mostly.
Yeah.
So
at the beginning of COVID, I think they had one of their ships basically a COVID cruise.
yeah, they were like,
Where,
yeah,
like everyone was infected and people were dying and
Yeah.
like no one wanted to like no
Get
country
on.
wanted to receive them.
oh yeah, yeah,
to
because
have
they're in the
them
middle of
dock.
the ocean. They're like,
Yeah.
this is awkward.
Yeah, I remember because remember when we used to check the numbers every day for every country.
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean at some point was like number 3.
Yeah.
in the world.
They
It's
were like the number.
yeah. They were just like their own country. Basically.
Exactly. Yeah,
it was
it's like,
weird.
There's like today's tally is 10,000 with an asterisk. Like does not include RCCL. You know, and then inclusive is like 120,000. And it's like what? There's only 4,000 people on the cruise. How do
All
you get
inclusive.
100? Yeah, all inclusive. Yeah, because no, we're including all their cruise lines. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have that. I think that was the beginning. That was weird because like, and that makes you kind of wonder like the next time you ever go on a cruise gig
Yeah.
or ship or whatever, you're putting face masks.
Oh, yeah,
in your bag for
100%.
sure. You're like, I trust nobody.
I honestly, if it's not to be too picky, but if it's not a very good offer, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Just because of COVID, like
After
just
this
worry of like
experience,
something would
yeah.
happen and being stuck. It's all fun and games until
Yeah.
you're stuck for a month on the cruise
yeah,
ship.
yeah, exactly.
That's when it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, right. And then so that's I mean, the good thing is I got to experience it like
Yeah.
back before all this craziness.
Yeah.
And the fun part is actually sometimes you go on the same cruise.
Yeah.
And you see the same staff.
Yeah,
And a lot
okay.
of staff have to stay there for like half a year, man. You're on the ship for half a year, man. Like I was
no.
talking to them, some of them are like really struggling because they're
Yeah.
like, dude, this is really tough mentally, and
Yeah.
I get it. But they're doing it for their family, you know, trying to make their money
of
and
course.
everything.
And they also have like dedicated like hospitals and like
Yeah.
like clinics for the staff and
Yeah.
obviously like their own kind of like quarters and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
So they have their own quarters, and so this is the thing, right? One thing I really appreciated the most is that they have their own little haircut corner.
Ah, cute.
On the cruise, I'm like, you're right. You're 6 months on the thing.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
get your hair cut.
Of
Who's
course.
cutting your hair, right?
Yeah.
So they have a little corner. If you need a haircut, just sign your name here, and they'll like
Yeah.
arrange a time for someone to cut your hair. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So of course
So that's also for guests, like for any guest.
no,
or-
no. That's for the staff.
Oh, so
for
you're
guests,
both.
Yeah, you have a spa and everything over
Yeah.
there, but that's all added money on.
Yeah.
Obviously, otherwise all these people can get a haircut there, right?
Yeah.
Everyone like in Hong Kong is like, wait a second, get on the cruise, cut my
Yeah.
hair. I can do this.
Yeah.
Right. I have that. So yeah, I mean, but other than that, look, my traveling, I do miss it a lot. I miss it just because like every time I go somewhere new, it does two things to me. One is that opens my mind.
Yeah.
Two, it makes me go like, oh, I like this about Hong Kong now. You know? Makes me
That is true.
really appreciate it. So you have.
It's very strange when I was living in Shanghai and I would come to Hong Kong. I've always had this feeling that Hong Kong is kind of like a snobbish.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like, oh, we have money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you look down, especially when I say I'm living in mainland. Even
Yeah.
as a foreigner, you're like, mainland.
Yeah, you're trying to make mainland money.
But now I'm here, like after living here for a while, and regardless of all the politics, when people talk shit about mainland, I get very defensive. Yeah, because I lived all my 20s in Shanghai.
Yeah.
So this is basically where I grew up
Yeah,
pretty
you
much.
get it. Yeah, yeah.
So every time people are like, oh, mainland, I'm like, shut your face.
Wait, what's the general common thing that people annoy you with when they say, oh, mainland Shanghai, hey, look at what they do now.
You know, the dumb jokes about like people like, you know, shitting on the MTR
Oh,
or,
those,
you know,
yeah.
or like spitting on the street.
Yeah.
And I don't see, you're the local, you know
Yeah.
better, but even in mainland China, you see it a lot among like the really old people.
Well, yeah.
Which, to be fair, also happens here.
Yeah.
Like I've seen old people spitting on the street here.
Oh yeah, the spitting happens all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Here is like the full all that
Yeah.
stuff. That's why when they did
I
the,
do get the loud talking.
talking? Yeah.
That is a problem. Not really a problem, but it's I guess a cultural difference
Yeah.
in a way between Hong Kong and mainland.
Yeah.
Because it's quite loud.
Yeah.
And it took me like maybe a year to realize that people are not yelling at each other.
Yeah, that's
they're
just talking.
They're just like maybe saying how are you? No,
Yeah.
how are you?
Yeah,
No, how
exactly.
are you?
Yeah.
It's like all right.
They're emphasizing your importance with volume.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I want to know how are you. Yeah.
And the other thing is the lining up. That is a problem also. I acknowledge in mainland.
Yes, yeah.
That is not like people here love to line up.
Yeah, the no line over there,
No,
right? Yeah.
no. people on mainland do not like a line, and they would love to cut, especially when there is a bunch of. So one of the most common stories among any foreigner in mainland is go to buy a train ticket, because you go to buy a train ticket, people are kind of lining up.
Yeah.
But when they see there's a foreigner, they think it's totally okay to cut him
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and just say, I'm in a hurry, and they just go in front of you.
Yeah.
And every foreigner had that experience of fighting with an old Chinese person
Yeah.
to tell them no,
you can't do that.
yeah,
no.
because they expect you to not speak or just like be like weird about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, no. And
Yeah.
every foreigner pushed back and had a fight with a local person.
Nice.
But they're wrong. They're trying to cut you off. And
Yeah, no, fair enough. I
yeah.
mean, it just
especially when you start learning Mandarin, that's when you're like, as soon as you say anything in Mandarin, they're like, and
They're like,
you freak out.
yeah. They're like, oh no,
Yeah.
he knows the game.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I can see that. I mean, I think that's the thing is that when you look at it, just again, you visit there for a week.
Yeah.
You see, the surface is like, okay, that's what people do. I get it. But after a while, you really understand why they do it. Like I said, in a lot of my act, I actually talk about the Hong Kong game, the Hong Kong
Yeah.
culture, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, there's a reason people are like that. It's not that we're rude. Like we
No.
got stuff to do.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Look at my rent,
People
man.
say the same thing about New York, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
They don't have
yeah.
time for you.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
don't have time for you. I'm not
Yeah.
rude. I'm just got stuff to do, you know? Yeah. So once you understand, when you live, like I said, you live somewhere for let's say half a year,
Yeah.
and you get out of the comfortable, your own people area,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I see what's going on over here. I see what
Yeah.
people. You don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
You don't have to like it. Like, for example, when I was in Melbourne, I'm like, okay, guys, like there's a space on the bus. Get
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we'll take the next one. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, yeah.
What is-
And
yeah,
then
but
I
you're
learned-
wasting 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then I learned, I'm like, okay, I wait, I let people get bored, and if everyone lining up doesn't board anymore, and I see that space,
Yeah.
I'm legally allowed to get on there because everyone's just like, I don't want that space anymore. I'll
Yeah.
take it. Right?
Yeah.
So and then I understood the game.
Where would you go, like now that, we're pretty much close to, hopefully,
Yeah.
1 week quarantine. So if that's the case, maybe I mean, personally, I would probably try to travel in summer.
Yeah.
If things stay stable for the next 3 months or
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Would you travel first of all?
I
in
have
summer?
thought about actually I was
Not even move, but just
not even
travel.
just travel. Yeah. I mean, I have thought about it because like in summertime, I was looking first of all my schedules and everything. First
Yeah.
of all, Hong Kong's July is insane. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm gonna get out, that's the best time to get out
Yeah.
just because of the heat. Number two, I was like, if we can get out and travel, I was like, look, I think I deserve / it's worth me just getting out for the sake of getting out.
Yeah, even if you didn't make money over the last year, if
Yeah.
your income dipped, you still you still would not want to be in Hong Kong
Correct.
at least
Yeah.
for a couple of
Give
weeks.
me a month. Yeah. Just let me get out of here for a
Yeah.
bit. So now I did do the thinking. I was like, okay, I don't want to go somewhere like a resort because I'll feel guilty. I'm like, oh man,
Right.
I'm spending money. I didn't earn this
Yeah.
reward, right? So I'm like, if I go anywhere, I have to be kind of like a some mind-opening experience.
Yeah.
So either let's say Melbourne or maybe like let's say New York or even like the UK or whatever. Just go visit
Yeah.
my sister. Or
You're
whatever.
also a city boy.
I'm a
So,
city boyish, yeah. And also, I think initially, like, it'll be too much. It'll be a big jump for me, man. When I go somewhere, I'm like, a tent?
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, calm down. One step at a time, people.
Right, yeah.
Let me go from tall buildings to short buildings, now back to the
which
ground.
I guess like London would
Something like
suit
that,
you.
yeah. At least some sort of give me a few bricks around me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me feel a bit of that. Yeah. So I think probably that. I have thought about it. Like I said, I would rather go somewhere I have been to just because I can avoid the little initial like, oh, so how does this work again?
Yeah.
I just want to go where somewhere familiar. Like for example, again, I don't want to go to let's say Singapore or Kuala Lumpur because again, it's too close.
Yeah.
You don't feel you're away.
Yeah.
I feel like
agree.
you have to do
I
the-
wouldn't go to Singapore or KL either because
initially,
from Hong Kong
It's
that's
like,
not a big of a
it's
jump.
a casual thing.
And also, everyone is going to Singapore. You go to Singapore now, it's your friends from Hong Kong. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, what the hell is the
Yeah.
point? A 4-hour travel to see you again?
Yeah,
Right?
so I haven't been to London. Tell me about what do you like to do in London?
For me, honestly, it's just walk around and just absorb the vibe. I'm very curious because like I always see all these indexes like, oh, you're the financial, Hong Kong is number 3. I'm like, okay, hold on a second. How is New York and London better than us in that aspect? I want to see how are you hustling.
Right.
So I'm very curious just to see what the
So
vibe
what is it?
like.
What is it like? What is the vibe? Describe it to me.
I mean, London?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's been so many years. I all I remember is that everything's too far. Like,
So you're saying like you need to drive everywhere or take
basically the walk. Like again, Hong Kong has spoiled me so much that even when I was in Melbourne, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm looking at the map. Oh, it's just 2 buildings down.
Yeah.
But no, that's like a good 5-minute walk.
Right,
Hong Kong, 2
right.
buildings down is like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So every time I'm just like, oh, hold on, I gotta plan my day ahead now. I can't
Yeah.
just walk next door and pick it
Right,
up.
right.
So, but I would say, look, I'll go back to Melbourne because that's the closer one I can remember.
Yeah.
London was like way too long ago anyway. But Melbourne was nice because again, you suddenly see the sky.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second. You mean when I look up, I don't have to like look all the way up.
Yeah.
I can just look kind of like 40
Yeah, you don't
degrees.
have to go like 20 kilometers out of town
Yeah.
to see a star.
Right?
Yeah.
And then like, because over here, when you look up, you gotta like really tilt your head
Yeah.
in Hong Kong to
Yeah.
see any sky, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Over there, I just kind of tilt my eyeballs.
your- yeah,
And I'm like, wait a
exactly.
second, that's a sky.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really
It's
nice.
very open, yeah. So I
very
went
open.
there for Andy's wedding a
Yeah.
few years ago, and that was my only visit to Australia. But
Yeah.
it was in Melbourne, and one thing I noticed right away. First of all, I was living in Shanghai at the time,
Yeah.
so I think as soon as I landed in Melbourne, I might have overdosed on oxygen and I almost went to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm like, that's way too clean air for me. And I'm like,
Well, that happened-
I'm not even like the hospital part is a joke, but it took me a day to adjust to like breathing
Yeah.
like deeper breath.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not even kidding.
Because like what happened? So same happened to me coming back from Melbourne. After being there for like
Yeah.
a good 4 weeks,
Yeah.
I came back to Hong Kong and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't absorb air.
Yeah.
Because it's so thick, right?
Yeah.
Over there, you're just like, I got air.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
yeah.
really easy.
And I felt like I was just like, I'm not getting, like, I'm not inhaling enough. So I
Yeah.
kept like, I'm just
You're
cheap.
overdoing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
overdoing it. I'm like,
Exactly.
I want to store all the clean air.
Yeah, whatever little carbon dioxide was stuck for years in your lungs, you're just like, get it out now. I can
And
finally get it.
the other thing that I noticed right away is how much like green space they have, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Like the parks there are awesome.
Yeah.
Just walking around I was staying with my friend who lives in this area called Northcote.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a hipster area of
Yeah.
Melbourne. And I just walking around her place and just finding parks that would be equivalent here to like, what is a big park here?
Victoria Park?
Victoria Park. Like there's
Wow.
a few of those.
Yeah, they're like no
Just-
big deal. Like you
Yeah,
want to
no
go here or
big
there.
deal.
It's like next to each other.
People there sitting like someone is drinking, someone is like sunbathing, someone is like playing with their dog or whatever. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of kids, and it's also pretty quiet there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the other thing.
Yeah,
Coming
yeah.
from Shanghai,
People
to-
don't care how you are. They're not like, how are you?
No,
They're like, so, psst, hey,
Yeah.
just tell me how your day was.
yeah, I really enjoyed Melbourne. What's your favorite thing to do there?
For me, honestly, the first time I went there was for the Melbourne Comedy
Yeah.
Festival. And I remember when I went there, I'm like, wow, the first week, obviously, you know, grass is greener. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this place is great. This is
Yeah.
perfect. I can't believe this is life. You know, is this possible?
Yeah.
And then I saw a protest there. I'm like, what are you protesting, people? Your life is fantastic.
yeah,
you
yeah.
spoiled brats. Right? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like thinking like that. And
Yeah.
then I eventually, like, oh, I get what's going on over here, violence, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So then after 2 weeks, though, like the first week, I loved it because I was like, wow, you're actually sitting down and you don't feel the need to rush.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And
yeah.
you're like, hey, you know what? I'll take my time. Then came the second week where you're like, I gotta get stuff done.
Yeah.
I gotta buy this. I want to do that. All right. And then every day the 5 p.m. mark hits and everyone's like, oh, we're closing shop. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You're closing
Yeah,
what? They're
yeah.
like, yeah. And then I just see the news like, oh, unemployment rate is very high. Oh,
Yeah,
the
no
economy's
shit.
gonna do. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
duh. I was about to give you money.
Yeah.
And you were like, no. I'm like, dude, I'm at your shop. You're
Yeah.
closing.
Yeah.
How about I go and I see the item I
Yeah.
want. I'm just gonna pick it up, give you money. They're like, no. And I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
man. I literally want to give you my money. Like,
Yeah.
did you take my money? They're like, no.
I don't even know what accent is that.
That's my attempt
Yeah. Okay.
to sound like I'm from Melbourne.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it a lot because it really reminds you that there's so much more to life
Yeah.
than just getting stuff done.
Yeah.
You know, shockingly coming from me, right?
Yeah.
I know. But honestly, and also the festival completely changed my whole mind of comedy. Like
Yeah.
after that, the first time I went there, I came back to Hong Kong thinking like, we're in a playground over here. I've always thought, oh, we're playing the NBA and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're in a
No.
little playground
Yeah.
bouncing a tennis ball saying, this is a basketball ball. You're like,
Right.
you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then that was a good experience. But I think also, you also get to learn how people live and be like, oh, okay, that's why they have this culture.
Right.
That's why the arts are so well known because it's part of life, it's part of school. And people live the life of like, I finish work at 5, I have time to enjoy stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas in Hong Kong, I finish work at 5 in the morning. I don't have time to even sleep.
Yeah, that's
Forget
right.
your comedy show.
Yeah, well, you can get the 2 bags and then you can stay up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can do
Yeah,
that.
that's
You know?
what that's the Hong Kong way.
That's the Hong Kong way, man. Get it done, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's
But
what I
on the flip
appreciate.
side of that, I did see a lot of drunk people.
Yes.
and that was to me like I'm not sensitive to it, but I didn't grow up around it.
Yeah.
So like I notice it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's always like something.
The weekends, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
certain areas, like
Yeah.
for example, here in Lang Kwai Fong and everything, you get the drunk people.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's nothing
LKF
compared.
Meltdown, follow
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Great
yeah, follow them.
account.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get not now. LKF Meltdown. Is like,
And they're still posting. I think they have people submit stuff from them from like other cities or whatever. They're still active.
the
Still a
comparable.
great follow. LKF
Yeah.
Meltdown.
Okay, fair enough.
Not not affiliated with them. I don't know who runs
Yeah.
it, but it's a great account.
yeah, you got. So I think you're right. As in, like the drunk people
Yeah.
aspect was a bit like I was like, wow, that's a lot of drunk people, man.
Yeah.
And, like, it's no big deal.
No. Obviously, we're talking about pre-COVID, but still.
Yeah.
To me, I was like, it's not even like concerning or alarming. It's just like, to me, it's weird.
Yeah.
That's all.
And then, every weekend you're like, you're drunk again. Did you
Yeah.
not learn?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you should know that you've had 4 drinks last time. Have 3.5.
Yeah.
That was your line. They're like, nah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm having another drink. That's
I'm
literally.
not even gonna try.
Because the only reason I have that thing is I remember someone told me that basically everything in Australian accents is like you speak but with your mouth crooked to one side. Like instead of saying no, just say no. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a good idea.
I think someone we were talking on the podcast group about the Australians like shrinking every word.
Oh,
and
yeah,
someone
yeah,
sent
yeah.
a video
Yeah.
of like how to speak Australian.
Oh,
So they go
yeah.
like McDonald's, Macca, and
Mac-
stuff like
yeah.
that. Brekkie.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should
I mean, oddly enough, for a place that closes shop at 5 and they have too much time to kill, let's save time on talking.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you
funny.
do that? What about you? So, okay, Melbourne. If you were to travel, where would you go?
I really enjoy Tokyo.
Oh,
It's probably my favorite city to visit.
Okay.
Like I visited a few times. I did shows there a bunch of times as well. But to visit, I would just like you, I would also try to line up a show, of course.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I'm
If you
there
have
anyway.
the chance,
yeah.
if you have the chance to do that. But Tokyo is one of the few places in the world where I'm completely happy to go to without lining up a show.
Yeah.
Because it's such like in Egypt actually, or in the Middle East, we call it Planet Japan.
Yes.
Like it's just
Yeah.
like a
Its
different
own place. Oh
it's
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's its own little culture. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can really feel it. Have you been?
I've been to Japan. Tokyo, I don't think I've been to Tokyo itself.
Yeah.
I've been to Japan different places, but not
Yeah.
Tokyo. I've seen it on video games, so
Yeah.
I'm expecting zombies to pop up anytime.
It's such an interesting place because it's not like anything else you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it's close to, for example, Hong Kong and Shanghai, like the biggest cities around it. Seoul, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Beijing, all of these places. And
Yeah.
I've been to all of these places. Tokyo is just like, might as well be a different planet.
yeah.
Like the people are different.
Yeah.
Like the way they talk to even each other is different.
Yeah.
The way they communicate and the politeness is just this is the flip
And
side
that-
of living
like,
of
over the
in
top,
mainland.
right? Yeah.
It's way over the top.
Yeah, you're like, okay, guys, let's calm down. Okay.
No, it's like
one's
it's
this
almost
nice.
fake. Like yeah. So I remember one experience I had. Like I was in a coffee shop and I spilled my coffee on the table.
Yeah.
The waiter came. I was with my friend.
He
and the
didn't kill
waiter-
himself, right? He was like, guys,
He almost did. So the waiter came, he knelt on the floor, not making eye contact with me, saying, I'm really sorry in English, cleaning the table, and then he brings me another coffee and then didn't charge me for it.
oh my god.
And the best part about this is that I was blown away.
Yeah.
And then my friend who is Japanese, she goes, why are you? Yeah,
What's the
that's what
problem?
he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I spilled it.
Yeah.
He's apologizing.
He's apologizing. He is so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Brings me another coffee and does not charge me for it because I spilled the coffee. I'm like, if this happens back home,
Yeah.
they're gonna make me wash the dishes for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
before I
yeah.
leave the
That, they're
restaurant.
like, wash the floor, wash the dishes,
Wash the floor,
buy
wash
a
the
new
di-
cup.
Yeah, exactly.
You get banned from the whole shop.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was so weird. That was like my second day there. I'm like, what is this
Wow.
place? Another experience we had, we rented a car. My friend and I rented a car and went from Tokyo to Osaka.
Yeah.
It's quite a long drive, but we also stopped on the way. We stopped at Mount Fuji, Kobe, Kyoto, and then Osaka.
Yeah.
But he's German and I'm me, and both of us don't speak Japanese.
Perfect.
So we didn't know that the toll gates are kind of electronic, and then no one is manning them. So we didn't know how to behave there.
Yeah.
So we just like I think we got there and they didn't know what to do with us because we didn't speak any
Yeah,
Japanese.
yeah.
So the guy there was like the guy, someone like a human started talking through the speaker thing.
Yeah.
And there was a language barrier. They just opened it up and we didn't pay.
Oh.
And we realized for the rest of the journey, we just go, "Ah," and they're like, all right, just go.
I bet you the guy, after you opened up and you left, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not speaking English.
Yeah, exactly. He felt
Wow.
bad. So we did take advantage of that because the toll gates are expensive.
Yeah.
And we just never paid toll gates
Damn.
in Japan. The other thing, like when we stopped for like gas and you stop by like the traffic, the food court
Yeah.
next to the gas, like in every country in
Yeah.
the world I've been to, those food courts are horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, the trucker stop.
Yeah,
It's
just
shitty.
crap, yeah.
Those places, I'm talking about like bumfuck Japan,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
close to Tokyo, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
trucker stop basically. And it's like a 5-star hotel.
Dude.
It's insane. So
Dude.
they have like the trays, kind of like, the buffet system.
Yeah.
I have pictures of it. It's shiny. It's crazy. It's crazy good. And then like everyone, like the people who are serving the food, they have like suits on
Yeah.
and shiny white gloves.
Yeah. It's
And
everything.
it's
You're just like, I'm at a gas station.
a gas station in the middle of Japan,
Dude.
and it's amazing food.
I tell you, man, I did the cruise gig and we landed in like Hiroshima and everything. And
Yeah.
I was there, I had like a half a day.
Yeah.
And I was, just like, oh, I'm at the airport. Ah, crap. I'll just see some crappy airport food, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll just get a Japanese curry. I ate it. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Yeah.
I'm at the airport and like
Yeah.
some crappy cafe. I'm like, how is this good? Like, if this is the level you're working at the airport,
Yeah.
oh my God. If I'm in the city, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
Which is also why one of the things that I know if I ever go to Japan, first of all, I have to work really hard before going there because I know what's going to happen. Two things. Number one, I'll eat everything.
Yeah.
And number two, I'll buy everything.
Yeah. You spend a lot of money.
I already know. 'cause
It is expensive. It's actually more expensive in a way than maybe except for like rentals or whatever.
Yeah.
But to go out or like to shopping or whatever, it's way more
Oh,
expensive.
full
than
on,
Hong
dude.
Kong.
Like, and
Yeah.
put that aside, man. Toys. Oh, I'm in trouble,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Dude, I would lose it, man.
Yeah.
When I go there, I'm like, I need all this. Melbourne was a good example. So when I went to Melbourne the first time, that was the first time I went to an actual comic book store.
Ah,
in
right.
Hong Kong, we have those,
Yeah.
but they're small.
Smaller, yeah.
This is like 2 floors of comic books, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what? And you walk in, there's a store that sells nothing but these action figures. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I went there. I was like, you have the whole series. He's like, yes. I'm like, I need that.
I need all of them.
I need all of
Yeah.
them. He's like, you want all? I'm like, all. I
Yeah.
want the full collection. I don't care. He's like, yeah, but these are the 2 and no one ever buys. I'm like, I just need the whole thing.
Yeah.
Give me the whole thing. So yeah, I bought a whole bunch of stuff. And
Damn.
then I come back to Hong Kong and I see that if I ordered this stuff from, let's say, Amazon or whatever,
Yeah.
or online or somehow and shipped it to Hong Kong, it's still cheaper. It's so stupid.
That doesn't make any
It's
sense.
so dumb.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because the shipping to Australia is just extra expensive
Yeah.
for them, and therefore it's more expensive.
Right.
'Cause I was shocked. I'm like, wait a second. You mean you guys are paying overpriced stuff just because it's there? Like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you should not do that. No, but
The other place that I really enjoy going to, it's probably the one I've been to the most, is Bali. I really enjoy
I've
it.
been there once before. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been many times. Part of the reason being Indonesia and Singapore, not Singapore, sorry, Indonesia and Malaysia,
Yeah.
are in the vicinity here. Is the 2 countries where I can go to without a visa at all. I can just
Yeah.
walk in. So I went to Bali a few times from Shanghai, and I usually have a routine of just going there, checking into my hotel, and just picking up a scooter,
Yeah.
like an electric scooter, not electric rather, a Vespa thing,
Yeah.
and going most of the time, sometimes without a map on my phone. Like
Yeah,
I just go
whatever. Yeah.
like I have
cruise
the,
around,
Yeah,
yeah.
just cruise around. But sometimes I go too far. Like I go like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because Bali is still a big island.
Yeah.
And there are parts like if you're familiar with Bali, is like this part called Kuta, which is shitty.
Yeah.
Just like all Australian backpackers.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like basically everyone's going oi or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you say. But like when you step out of that tourist bubble, it's absolutely gorgeous,
Hmm.
and you can just. So one thing I started doing is like chasing waterfalls because
Ah.
I found out if you're staying in this part called Ubud, which is not by the beach. Ubud
Yeah.
is like kind of like a jungle.
Oh, I think I was there. Yeah. Ubud is like inner city, right?
Yeah,
It's
inner
not-
city
yeah,
kind of.
yeah. That was
it's
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you go from there, so if you want to go to like rice paddies, basically there is one way, which is the rice paddies are really cool. But if you go the other way, it's waterfalls. But they're really hidden waterfalls.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have sometimes to go into the jungle to find them.
Yeah.
And I did that every time now I discover a new waterfall because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite things to
Damn.
do. That's something I would totally.
Yeah.
I would just go by myself and just go find waterfall.
Yeah,
That was really
I remember
cool.
when I was there, like that was I think the last time I went to a proper resort kind of experience when I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna just totally enjoy this.
Yeah.
looking at the ocean, like my brain, I finally told myself like, dude, I need to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Don't be like, but what am I seeing? It's the ocean. I could see
Yeah.
that in Hong Kong. I was like, no, dude. Put
Yeah.
away that mentality.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was very nice as well.
And
I
you can
remember.
get like, when you go to a place like this, you can enjoy how cheap everything is.
Yes, yeah.
Like get like 15 mango smoothies
Right?
for like 10 Hong Kong dollars. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, give me all of them.
I remember 2 things happening when I was in Bali. Number one is that obviously when I landed, I was like, please don't put a bullet in my bag. Get me in trouble. That's
Yeah.
we got out of there. I'm like, hey, I made
Yeah.
it, right? Secondly, okay, so when you go to the counter, the check-in counter and everything, they normally, because a lot of them are religious,
Yeah.
and they'll have a little offering next to it where they
Yeah.
have a little, I think a little, something like a little flowers and everything, and
Yeah.
like one candy on top.
Yeah.
Dumb old me.
Oh no.
Literally thought
Yeah.
that
It's
candy
like
was
to
for
welcome
guests.
the tourists.
Yeah. Right?
You're
I
like,
picked it up.
"Thank
I
you."
took it out. I was like, they're not refilling it. That's weird. And I was like, why would you only have one left? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of service is this, right? And then later on, I went to other places. Like, I see this thing all the time. Why is there
Yeah.
only one? I'm like, oh my
no.
God, it's an offering.
Did
and
you
then,
go back and you're like, I'm so sorry?
I know I was really shy. I was like, I'm not gonna go back and acknowledge this. But I do remember that when I was checking in, I took the candy, and
Yeah.
the guy was kind of looking at me. And then I thought the moment I was looking back at him, I'm like, refill it, dude.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, he's probably looking at me like, are you God?
He probably thought like that you cursed him or something.
Probably that, or he
Yeah.
probably thought I actually was God. He's like, I guess he is. You
Oh,
know?
God.
Like, yeah, treat all your customers like God. I don't know, right? So that was, but it was really nice. Like I remember, like because then you own the vibe, you own the
Yeah.
resort vibe. So like,
Yeah.
okay, if we could travel now, I would not go to Bali simply because number one, I don't think over the last few years I've earned a resort vacation.
Right, yeah.
But
Fair.
I would also feel like I would be like, I want to get out and do something. Just get out of home and do it. And
Yeah.
then after a while, work hard and everything. Maybe
Yeah.
do a string of shows and then be like, all right, now.
Yeah.
I want to sit at the beach and just chill for a bit.
Yeah.
You know? So I have that. I mean, yeah, other than that, I think, yeah. So I think you can see over here that I
Yeah.
would be more like still city time.
What is the place where you had the worst like either service or experience?
The worst service or experience traveling, man, that's been a while. I would say probably like when I was in. Hold on. I'm trying to think back of like really bad gigs where I was just dumped. I remember, look, the first time
I mean,
went.
bad gigs is a different story.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, no. I've actually made everything good. I mean, comedy equals tragedy plus time. So no matter how bad it is, I'm like,
no,
dude,
of
this is my
course,
next
but
step.
like at the time, because I have one when I shared it with somebody. Turns out it's almost a universal thing how bad the service is in that particular
Oh,
place.
really?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Amsterdam.
Oh.
Yeah, so the service people, you're talking about the people in bars or restaurant, they're
it-
notoriously rude.
Is it because they were high? No,
Yeah.
because they were high.
So Amsterdam itself, I had a great time there. It's a beautiful place. I went there around the World Cup time, 2000, whenever the World Cup was.
When they were kicking balls, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was 2014, I want to say.
Okay.
Something like that. And it's summer, it was beautiful. Everything was great. The
Yeah.
food was great. What my friends were showing me around or whatever. But every single place I went to where they can tell that I'm a tourist, obviously, they were so rude and so impatient. It was like, I thought it was a joke.
You thought you were back in Shanghai.
Yeah, it was worse.
Really?
It was way worse. No, I'm not even. But I'm not talking about the locals on the street.
Really? Okay.
It's only the service people. And when I shared that with somebody, they're like, "Oh yeah, we know."
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. I remember going to a bar and my friend wanted a beer. I went to order a beer for her.
Yeah.
And I go, "What beer do you have on tap?" And he screamed at me. And he goes like, "Look at the taps," or whatever he said. But he yelled at me.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I remember going to a supermarket and I would try to like read the receipt or something. I was yelled at.
Yeah.
In a restaurant, I tried to, ask something about the dessert. I was yelled at.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm like, I don't think it's just
I
my
would have thought
face.
they'd be more chill.
Yeah,
Of
me
all
too.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, ironically, when we did go to the coffee shop where you can smoke
Yeah.
weed, they were chill.
See,
But the people who are serving it are mostly like Moroccans.
Ah,
So they're the
yeah.
North Africans. They're already chill.
Yeah, already there.
So the one thing I liked about the coffee shops there is that they actually don't have an alcohol license. So
Uh-huh.
when you go to the coffee shop where you can smoke weed, they give you pre-roll a joint for you, or you can roll it or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can only have coffee or juice. So you can't be drunk there.
Okay.
You can't actually drink at all there.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
if they can see that you're drunk, they don't serve you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty
they're separate.
interesting.
Another interesting fact, people can correct me if I got it wrong. Another interesting fact is that serving the weed inside the coffee shop is legal, but transporting it is illegal. So basically, having the weed on the street for selling is illegal. But but getting as soon as it's inside the premises, it's legal again.
Oh.
So it's like a weird system
But then
where
how
the
did they-
police can technically,
How did they get it into the premises then?
So the police turns a blind eye. It's like one of these things that is just like accepted that this is how it is.
Yeah.
But it's also quite interesting because you can take a joint and smoke it, I guess, right in front of the shop, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But like you go like 2 steps further, and
this
now
is-
it's illegal again.
So this is the only place where they say smoking outdoors is illegal.
That's right.
Like, get back inside. with
Get
your-
back
this
inside
thing.
with your.
How dare you put that
It's
smoke?
very strange.
Ah.
The rules are kind of like gray.
They were
in a
high
way.
when they wrote that. Oh, man, they're like, it's inside us. So what does it matter, man? We're one with life. man."
Yeah. But Amsterdam, I don't know if people can, write in and tell me what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
the service people there. I had a very bad experience. A bunch of my friends. You can also share your bad experiences or your good ones there. Have you traveled in Europe before?
I've been to, like, let's say Spain and France and everything, but many, many, many years ago, like when I was much younger.
I
so-
forget that you're 55.
Yeah, exactly. This old grumpy man. So I have been there, but I think it's been too long where I can barely remember. I remember like the Le Louvre because I was
Yeah.
like studying French in school, and
Yeah.
I was like, I better like Le Louvre.
Le Louvre.
Yeah. And I was just looking at paintings. Like that was back when I couldn't understand a lot of art. When I was like It's the Mona Lisa, yeah, and
Yeah.
what about it, right?
Yeah.
Now
do,
I'm like,
do you
oh.
feel like you understand it more now?
I understand it now because like I appreciate it more because like as a performer you're like, oh, so it's not the final product. It's like, how did they even get there?
Yeah.
I'm like, back then I'm just like, that eye's not that real.
Yeah.
My video game does better job. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that. So yeah, not too much of that. But I don't know. Honestly, hopefully, fingers crossed. You never know. Tomorrow we might get a new announcement of like, hey,
Yeah.
people who leave Hong Kong get $10,000 handouts. And
Yeah,
you
with
know.
this rate, like we are apparently getting handouts of like masks and test kits
Yeah,
or
we're getting
whatever.
little plastic bags,
Yeah.
non-biodegradable.
Oh,
we're getting
God.
little, we're getting some K95 masks. Couldn't even get 100. Look at this government. I couldn't even give us
Yeah.
100. Had to give us 5 less, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting some masks. We're getting, I think also the Chinese medicine, something like that, man. I
What is it with so that was also quite sudden, right? Like
Yeah.
the Chinese medicine thing. Suddenly we're getting like experts from mainland, of course,
Yeah.
to advise on Chinese
Yeah, it's
medicine,
just-
and then
it's
it's,
just
like,
weird,
oh,
man.
we're gonna send it to everybody. What is that about?
And I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like all of it, clearly, it's just a bunch of people saying like, my stuff's good. Yeah, your stuff's good. It's the
Yeah.
emperor's new
Or
clothes.
do you
man.
think it's like more like someone's trying to move their product? Basically?
Sure, dude. Of course,
Yeah.
it's obvious, man, and the government's gonna have to pay for it. and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
All this gifting is not true. It's all paid for.
Damn.
Come on, that's right. I mean, like, I'm trying to get her to notice our podcast, and then we're like, hey, everyone gets a free Patreon account. Hong Kong
Yeah.
government pays up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's not happening. So they're saying that the first week of April, all 7-point-something million people of Hong Kong are gonna each.
So if they're gonna dump it in the, I don't think it's a big package, right? So they're not
Yeah.
gonna put it on in the mail like letterbox.
I have no idea how you're gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what, you want me to go down and collect? What are you?
yeah,
Food
are you
Panda?
gonna go? Are you gonna send it with SF or something?
Yeah, exactly, right? And like, I gotta track it. You gotta put it in the lockers and everything.
Yeah.
Like, this is weird now, you know?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from the government at least for 1 week.
Yeah.
But another place that I really enjoyed that I think you should check out, maybe not right now, in a few years, is Myanmar. One of the most beautiful places I've been to.
Okay,
is
okay.
Myanmar. That was pre-coup and pre-madness and obviously
Yeah.
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But I went with Andy actually. We did shows there together.
Ah.
It was Andy, me, my girlfriend at the time, and Karina, who's Andy's wife.
Yeah.
And we did the shows in Yangon, and we hung out in Yangon, but we also went to Bagan. And Bagan is this place in the north where they have like the pagodas.
Yeah.
And it's just like a painting in real life.
Yeah, right.
And you go there and you kind of rent a scooter or whatever, and you go around the pagodas and you kind of climb them one by one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the season, but you can also take the hot air balloon to go up there and see it with sunrise. And it's just like, it's magical. It
That's
doesn't
crazy.
even feel real.
Yeah, you feel like a movie, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But also Myanmar itself and the people, it's like a Southeast Asian country that's still not like completely fucked by tourism yet.
Yeah.
So it still feels very authentic. Of course, we're tourists, and there is industries around tourism, but it's not like Bangkok, for example.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like so in your face. You can
Yeah.
still kind of step out. Like we ate on the street, which is side story here. Everyone we know who went to do the shows so it was run by William Childress.
Yeah, I
if
know
you-
him. Yeah, I know him, yeah.
So William moved to Yangon and set up the comedy scene there, and then he handed it over and moved back to the US to someone else. And so people who went before that are Turner Sparks, Drew Freilich, Paul Ogata went there a
Yeah.
bunch of times, and every comic who's been there told us that they got food poisoning, and we should be careful when we go there.
Damn.
Now, I grew up in Cairo, and the food quality is very questionable, and the water especially is also very questionable.
Yes.
So I have like stomach of steel, so I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah.
So I literally went on purpose and got street food the same day I arrived
Oh,
in Yangon,
God.
just to test the theory.
Yeah.
So Drew Freilich, who was a guest on the podcast recently, Drew shit himself on stage.
Oh.
On stage
Wow.
when he was doing the show. Like he literally had to run.
Not part of his act, though, right?
No, it usually is, but
Yeah,
not that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So he literally had to run off stage.
Wow.
So Turner Sparks got food poisoning. Paul Ogata got really food poisoning.
Oof.
Really bad food poisoning. So I got street food. But I'm mentioning it because like when I got street food, there is no street food for tourists.
Yeah.
So I went and like had the proper local
yeah, yeah,
experience
yeah.
where I don't think they've ever seen of tourists before
Yeah.
eating with them. So I remember it like very vividly. It's like 7 p.m. Me and my girlfriend at the time pointing at a bunch of stuff, not knowing what we're eating, and there's just like us and stray food, stray dogs
Yeah,
rather,
yeah.
and we're feeding them, and it was like such beautiful moment of like this is how these people live.
Yeah.
They seem pretty happy. I'm sure they have problems in their lives, but they seem like this is fine, and it was just kind of like you're peeking into their lives,
Yeah.
just for like with this one moment.
Yeah.
And we kept doing that over and over. And when we would just go into weird places in Yangon.
Yeah.
And
But you didn't get food poisoning?
no.
Your girlfriend didn't get it either?
She was more careful.
Ah.
So I was the one who was eating, like, because she's American.
So she was like, yeah, I'm not messing around.
Yeah, she's not messing around. But she was living in Shanghai when she did get food poisoning a couple of times. So I think her immunity was building up.
Yeah.
And I think towards the end, she was more liberal with the food, and she was fine.
Yeah.
The other hack that I do usually with new countries that I go to, is to watch the Anthony Bourdain episode on that country.
Oh yeah, then he'll tell you like, what to
he
be
will
careful
tell
of.
you, what to be careful of, where to go, because
Yeah.
he doesn't just go to the fancy restaurants.
Yeah.
He also goes to the really nice. So one place that I did not like at all is Jakarta. As a city, it's
Yeah.
just like too congested and too like the traffic is terrible.
Yeah.
But when I watched the Anthony Bourdain episode, he's like, oh, here are some hidden gems that you can find.
Yeah.
Like good restaurants and whatever. But Jakarta and Manila, worst traffic I've ever seen
Oh
in
yeah,
my life.
Manila, dude, terrible.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So I remember guys in Manila, amazing guys, GB Labrador and this
Yeah.
crew running the Comedy Manila shows. So we had a show in Quezon City, which is like outside of Manila, which is like without traffic, it should be like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was 2 hours late for the show.
Oh my lord.
Just me. I am my own headliner.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck in traffic. And there is nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole city just moves at like slower pace.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cars.
Damn.
But like Manila, there is a place outside of Manila called, I know you're not into hiking, but like there's an semi-active volcano called Taal outside of Manila. And that was one of the coolest experiences we did in the Philippines. So basically our friend took us there, and then you kind of like climb up, and then it's kind of like semi-active. It's under a crater, like the crater is up, and then it's like you can see the water kind of boiling.
Yeah.
And you can actually, they encourage you to throw stuff in and it just disappears.
So after you did that
Yeah.
hike and saw the volcano and everything,
Yeah.
what sense of achievement did you feel you had? What did you think you did to your life and improved this planet?
I was well. First of all, I have a cool story, and second, you kind of like get to see an active volcano. You don't see that.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I have a stove. I boiled soup before.
No, it's not the same. Active volcano is really cool to see because you don't. Otherwise you have to go to what is that? What is the name of the volcano that Kari tried to make? Yeah.
That one,
Exactly.
yeah.
You have to go to Iceland and then
Yeah.
you have to like snort a bunch of ashes.
Or you just go to Google with a good monitor.
Oh,
As I
God.
always say, man, go to YouTube, get a 4K monitor, put your face next to it, and be like,
So there is a bunch of places,
Yeah.
like even if the city itself. So my best rec is to follow Anthony Bourdain,
Yeah.
especially when you go to Southeast Asia or Africa.
Yeah.
Like he always has like such a cool like insight of it, of the city. Food. Okay, last question
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Food. Where do you like to eat the most? Like
I
when
honestly,
you're traveling.
if money's not an issue,
If money's not an
Japan,
issue.
hands down.
Okay,
dude.
Japan,
Japan
yeah.
for sure. Like
Same.
anything there is good. Like
going back to Anthony Bourdain, he actually famously said, if you want the best of any cuisine in the world,
Yeah.
go to Japan.
dude,
He's like, if you want the best pizza in the world, it's in Japan.
Yeah.
Best pasta in the world, it's in Japan. Best
Yeah.
burger in the world, it's in Japan.
ridiculous.
It's stupid, like because they take everything and they perfect,
perfect
it
it.
better than
Yeah.
whatever
The
the
originals.
original thing is.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a twist or a spin. It's like, oh, here's some weird like what is it? Not hybrid. What's the word?
Oh, fusion.
Fusion thing.
Yeah.
No, they make the original thing.
Yeah.
But actually better.
Yeah, like they will actually go down to Australia, go to Melbourne, and tell someone when when they're answering a question with the negative response.
Yeah.
they're like, don't say it with noi. Noi. They'll perfect it.
And when going back to Japan, my friend and I went to the Gyro restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's basically like the most famous
Kebab, yeah.
sushi guy in the world. And that was like probably one of my favorite experiences ever. We just like sat there. He speaks like okay English, but he takes like there's like 4 tables. And my friend, he is a chef and he managed to like book it like 6 months before we go. And it was such a cool experience. We spent way too much. But he takes interest in his guests and he just explains to you.
Oh, yeah, the omakase kind of concept, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
But Gyro is like the guy.
Yeah.
And it's like super hard to get in to get a booking. And we sat there for like maybe 2 hours. We lost track of like how much we ordered and everything. But he takes interest in every guest he has and he explains to you what he's making.
Yeah.
And he's so sweet and so nice. And this guy is like probably a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like he does not need to do this
Doesn't
anymore.
need, but he's enjoying
One of
it.
the coolest things he told us is that like you don't see so many Japanese sushi chefs outside of Japan because they get paid so well because it's such a respected job.
Yeah.
To
The skill,
be a sushi
yeah.
One of the jokes I made, like, he's talking about like the rice, like how you like do the
Cup
rice.
it, yeah.
Yeah, apparently it takes like 15 years of practice. I'm like, what's the big deal? You just do this, and he almost cut my throat.
Yeah.
He just give me this look. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not even funny. I'm like, sorry. Yeah, and use this crazy sharp knife as well for the sushi.
Yeah.
And when you eat, like, it's probably the most delicious thing I will ever eat is like the fatty tuna.
Yeah, dude.
That
It melts,
that
right?
this guy made for us. I'm like, when I was eating it, I'm like, it's never gonna get better than
Yeah.
this.
You know, I've eaten food and I've only been emotional twice in my life.
Yeah.
And one of them was for the fatty tuna.
Yeah.
I had it once, like in Hong Kong. I don't know, one of my clients was a photographer and everything.
Yeah.
He knows this guy, someone got contact and everything.
Yeah.
I ate it. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, yeah.
This is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, just don't even ask what it is. Just eat it, enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I've never tasted this kind of texture or flavor or anything in my life.
It's insane.
Yeah, that was very good.
Dude, I wish we are able to go somewhere soon.
Well, I mean, the closest thing we have to traveling and food and everything is
The
basically
exotic island of lava.
Yeah, that way.
To Rainbow Restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also the other option is basically go onto the different delivery platforms.
Yeah.
And get
food
someone.
from around the world.
Yay! And then go over there. Hey, you might get 20% off. You
Oh,
never
that's true.
know.
Actually, okay, here's a hack.
Yeah.
You do 20. Okay, I'm actually kind of careful saying that because my friends who run restaurants said, like, it's better if you try to negotiate with the restaurant and get the same discount.
Yeah, because you cut the middleman, right?
Yeah, you cut the middleman. But at the same time, it's kind of like no one wants to go to the restaurant. Like, can
Yeah.
you give me the same deal as Food Panda?
So exactly, you said a good point. Like, I've been to certain restaurants that I used to go and pick up by myself.
Yeah.
And then one day, someone was like, "Oh, Food Panda's cheaper." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And I see Food Panda. I'm like, "Dude, the same thing. I
Yeah.
loyally came to you.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Paid full price for it. I can go outside your door, press Food Panda, pick up myself.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
You are making less money.
Yeah.
And I've been your loyal. You at no point did you say, dude, I
Yeah,
feel
we
bad.
got it. Yeah.
You know, look, I just
Here's
want to
25%
Yeah,
off.
I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, and then after
So
I'm
actually,
like,
if you're listening and you're in the F&B, maybe make a point to let people know that they can still get the same deal that for pickup of Food Panda without Food Panda.
yeah,
and then you can
have
cut
a
them.
sign that says we have pick up as well. We have our own deals. Done.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
I have seen that a couple of times around Saigon where people have like 20%
Yeah,
off for
a lot of
pickup.
that, yeah.
But you should have more of that. Then we don't have to use Food Panda.
Yeah, exactly,
But
yeah.
until then,
Yeah.
Food Panda pickup is quite awesome.
It's pretty awesome. Man. Yeah, 'cause-
You just arrange it like I have my dog, so I usually time it around when I walk her.
Yeah.
And it's like 20%. I go pick up my
Boom.
momos. Done.
done, man.
Yeah.
A game changer, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best traveling we're having for a while.
On the Patreon, I actually want to talk about the flip side of that, which is traveling going very wrong.
Oh, man.
And I have a bunch of them. Just like I don't do teasers so often, but I do this. I've had my visa denied a bunch of times. Not even like applying for a visa, but going into the country because I have a shitty passport. It's also handwritten for people who don't know that. Going into places and then people like either not taking my passport seriously, think I forged my passport. Or like sometimes my passport takes so long at immigration that things go horribly wrong. Very quickly, I went to Laos from China.
Yeah.
That was already kind of a mistake because I took a 24-hour bus because I'm a cheap ass. So you go from Kunming
Yeah.
in southern China and you cross to Laos, the place called Luang Prabang.
Yeah.
And that 24-hour sleeper bus. Terrible idea. No tourist ever takes that. So it was me and my girlfriend at the time, same girl, and a bunch of Chinese construction workers because that's how they get there.
Yeah.
So we get there and we get to so obviously because the Chinese construction workers go back and forth all the time, they have a special arrangement. We get to the thing to get our visas done and ours take too long. Because we're weird tourists on the sleeper bus.
Yeah.
But she's American, so she gets hers quicker.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm Egyptian, shitty handwritten passport.
Yeah.
And by the time we finish, we go to the other side and the bus has taken off without us, with our bags in the bus.
Oh God.
This is the beginning of the story.
Oh, there we go.
So this story, I'm gonna finish it on the Patreon
Yeah.
because it gets way crazier. Because we also lost our reception.
Yeah.
And we only stood there with only our passports and our phone. And the bags were on the bus, which we have no idea how to get to. It's a pretty wild story. I'll tell it on the Patreon. So join us on the Patreon, patreon.com/hohopod, when you can get to hear some bonus content and some fun stories. So we'll see you there.
Yeah.